So imagine this. It's the first week, my first true week of improvement. And I'm sitting around thinking about something. I'm thinking about what my friends and the people that know me will think about when they realize I'm on some improvement. When they realize how I'm living my life now. How I've turned my life around. I've been meditating, training, gratitude journaling, reading some self-improvement books every single day for the last 10 days. So the pride I have for myself is insane. So I think to myself, what do my friends think? I'm excited. I think, yeah, they'll be so jealous and proud. If only I had realized. One of my friends that I knew from 10 years ago, or 13 years ago even, I knew him since I was 3 years old. When he kind of discovered that I was on some improvement, that I was going to bed early, that I was training every day. His comment he wasn't saying, oh yeah, I'm so proud or I'm so jealous. No, it was, you're kind of weird, bro. Why do you go to sleep so early? Are you a grandpa? Such comments. And another one of my friends said I was weird for it. So that's when I realized you shouldn't tell normal people, even including your friends, about self improvement. This is something that should stay. You should talk about it with other insiders, but not with normal people that have no idea about it or no interest in it, because it won't bring you anything. Instead of being laughed at, of course. So I know it's a big motivator for everyone to try to help their friends, family members. But really think about it. If you've made progress on some improvement, do you know, can you remember how hard it was for you to actually make progress? Can you remember how difficult it was? How much effort it took from you to make progress when it comes to your physique, your mental health, your discipline, your willpower? So really think about it. How do you expect someone, and you were really motivated about it, you really wanted those results, you were really interested, you really wanted to work hard. If it was still so hard for you, someone who wanted to actually do it, how hard do you think it's going to be for someone who's actually not that interested in it? Do you think you will even start in the first place? Someone who has no interest in self-improvement. It's literally impossible, because even for us that are still motivated to see the progress that you want to see, that really loves improvement and have truly embraced this lifestyle for life, for the rest of our lives, if it's still so hard for us, do you really think it's so hard even just to stick to it? Sometimes you just demotivated to just keep going. There are some periods of self-improvement that are so freaking difficult. Self-improvement, I would say it's a better lifestyle. It's a way better life, more fulfilling, happy life. But you choose through discomfort. You actively chase difficulties, challenges, and it's freaking difficult. Sometimes you'll find yourself in plateaus and you have to fry your brain and body to actually get through it. And sometimes you just think, even though it's like a quick thought, you think, oh yeah, I could give up right now. I even had that thought, I think 3 months ago. I'm gonna be totally honest. But because I just know, oh yeah, it's a lifestyle. If I go back to the old lifestyle, what will my life look like? I was depressed, hating my life. So why go back there? Just because it's hard here. It's hard here, but it's also hard there. The only difference is that I'm actually happy and fulfilled here. But if it's so hard for us, how hard do you think it's going to be for them? How fast do you think they're going to give up? Even if we even consider the idea of giving up, even though we actually want self-improvement, and we actually like self-improvement, we actually love it, we're actually really interested in it, how fast do you think someone which doesn't actually have any interest in improvement, how fast do you think he's going to give up? He's going to give up after like 3 days. because he wasn't interested in the first place. You just maybe found a way to force him to do it, to convince him. But he's not interested in it himself. So I know it sounds horrible. I know you really want to help them. I know I wanted to do it myself, but you just you can't talk about it with them. It's not gonna help. It's mostly like gonna frustrate them or give them something to laugh at you at. So just I know you just have to find people that are also seem interested to some improvement, that are also on some improvement or seem interested in it. Because the normal people around it, I want to play video games, I want to jack off, I want to go to some parties, I want to drink on a regular basis. They won't give a fuck about it. It seems boring, it seems unattractive to them. So of course they're gonna look at you weird when you tell them to, oh yeah, meditate for 10 minutes a day. In my class, when the topic of meditation comes up, everyone makes like some weird noise, start making some weird ooh noises, They all find those things super weird. It doesn't seem interesting to them. So you won't be able to convince them to actually change their lives if they don't want to change their lives themselves. If you have a bigger desire to change their lives than they do, then you've already failed. But things, I would say there is a way. It's not totally impossible, it's unlikely, but the only thing you can do, the only thing you can do if you really want to help them, and it's very unlikely that it will actually work. Just make a ton of progress yourself. Over the last year, I've become I've changed my body a lot, and everyone in my schools noticed it. Even teacher, I've heard from actually every teacher about it. Even every student that knows me. And I've made a lot of progress in my fitness, also my discipline. And I've motivated one of my friends to start going to the gym, thanks to it. Even though he stopped after like 3 months, still he went for 3 months just because he saw how much muscle I've put on. I packed on a lot of muscles. I'd actually been like you can now see my muscles through my clothes. So when he saw it, he was like, yeah, I would like to also become muscular because he wants to get girls and something like that. So he started going to the gym. He didn't have, like I said, he wasn't willing to do it. Like he didn't have that drive, that insane drive that drove him to just keep going. And he had the wrong mindset. That's why he stopped after 3 months. But still, 3 months is better than nothing. So the only way you can change them anyway is just make a ton of progress on your own self-improvement journey and make so much progress that it's like impossible for them to not realize it. And then if you find some friends that you actually can talk about some improvement with, that you notice their mindset, they have a similar mindset to you, talk to them about it. I had one of my friends, he's sadly gone. When I say gone, I don't mean that he died or something. He just went to another country now. He wants to become a professional baseball player. And he has a very similar mindset to me. So while he was still here in Germany, he was the only person. Sometimes in the break, we would just leave our friend group and just go sit the two of us and talk about some improvement. We talked about our future, how we want to raise our children, literally. And when you can find someone that will talk about those topics seriously with you, yeah, you can talk about some improvement with him. We literally talk about how we want to raise our children. I told him, I don't want my children to go to school. I want to homeschool them. And he totally agreed because he said he also finds the education system bullshit. And I was really happy to have someone I could talk about those deep topics with in school. But outside of that, the only way you can help them make so much freaking progress that they can't just look past it, that they have to notice. And maybe it will motivate them to change. But most likely for 99% of people, it won't do anything. They will maybe think you're weird. They would say, oh yeah, he's working too hard, he's overworking, he's overtraining. And they will make some excuses to think, oh yeah, I don't need to do it. But maybe you inspire one person, without even noticing it, change their lives around. But the only way you have to gonna do it, it's not by trying to shout at them and tell them, oh yeah, no, get on some improvement, meditate every day, train every day. No. Just impress them with your results. Really see, it's the only way. Impress them with the amount of progress you make. Impress them with the insane growth curve you have. That's literally it. So yeah, I know how much you want to help them, but that's the only way. If you try to force it upon them, you want to help them more than they want to help themselves. It won't produce anything, and nothing will happen. They will just start resenting you, and they won't change their lives in any ways. So just impress them with your own results. Go to the gym, train hard, and build a business that you actually like, and make a fuck ton of money from it. Something like that. Become more disciplined. Become more attractive, especially for younger age, for people like teenagers. If you just become more attractive through going to the gym, eating healthy, mewing, things like that. If you just become more attractive, they will automatically kind of notice it, and they will want to become more attractive. So because for teenagers, it's so, like, for human beings in general, it's so important, but especially for teenagers. Teenagers don't give a fuck about, they don't give much of a fuck about money. They kind of do, but not as much as adults. They care more about attractiveness than money, teenagers. So if they see you having sharper jawline, more muscle, better clothing style, they will want to get the same results. Some of them, at least, if you know 100 people in school, even though it's unlikely, at least one of them will kind of be fired up to make the same progress as you. Especially if they've seen the before. So my people in my school were so impressed because before I used to be so skinny. I went from so skinny to one of, if not the most muscular person in my whole school. That's why, because they saw the before. They saw the before, and I used to be laughed at for how I looked. I used to be called a cucumber, and cucumber is a way to like insult someone, to tell them, oh yeah, you're just skinny. You're just skinny. That's an insult in German. And I've made that change. It's because I knew what I looked like, what I was like before, and they saw the new me. That's why they were so impressed. So the only way you can change them is by changing yourself, by making so much progress that they just can't look past it. So yeah, hope you guys liked the video. Don't worry from discomfort, chase it.